There's nothing happening. Only that which cannot really be experienced as a human. The experiential state from a human being is that of what it has been taught by itself. We can go no further. In reality, if anything takes place, it has to take place from the moment of birth. Before birth is truth. Birth, reality appears for one moment. Humans have been able to stretch this one moment into countless, infinite time moments to try and understand the impossible. You see, no one is talking. There's simply an elongation of one singular beat, beating pulse of life, as U.G. brilliantly puts. One beat, echoing, so that every single life form witnesses it. Humans have invented themselves to worship this beat, this moment. Human beings line the streets, infinite streets, as the beat, the pulse, moves down like the queen in the carriage. We love to build kings and queens so that we can worship them. We love to build gods so that we can worship them. We love to give birth to our children so we can worship them. We love to give life to material things so we can worship them. We are constantly worshipping something that is totally unworshipable because it is all. This speaker goes one step further than U.G. Krishnamurti and says, this thing that is totally unworshipable is a Brahman or maybe wordless state beyond all states and statelessness. Nothing exists, and all that appears to exist is not real. Real is permanent. We are appearing in a temporary body, in a temporary street, witnessing a temporary beat which will pass and move down the line. But we will worship every single thing. But the question is, for a human, There are only certain things that I can worship. I can worship, you see. I was the fake worshipper. If I becomes selective and only worships particular things, then I is fake. Can I worship everything? That's your question. Can I worship the poor, the starving, anger, hatred, suffering, illness, as I worship joy, bliss, happiness, compassion, kindness, care? This beat is the same frequency, this heart pulse that we call one moment, does not fluctuate, does not falter as it goes on, does not fade, is a permanent same, where everything is the same, that passes, experiences it. Experience is the same as non-experience. Christ is the same as Buddha. Every one of us that appears to exist worship the same beat, worship this same pulse, this one moment. No one is experiencing, nothing is happening, no one is talking. There are simple movements that we are not part of. We? Who are we that is not part of movement? Who are we that is not consciousness? Who are we that experiences nothing happening, but believes through a man-made mind that something is happening? We create our own suffering. We create our own illnesses. And this beat witnesses, not affected in sadness or guilt or shamefulness or unable to do-ness, changeness. It simply goes on, moving everything out of its way. When you see yourself as a victim in the street, worshipping and feeling left out, that's your mind that's left out. That's your own doing. But don't take it personal, because all of humanity has created all of suffering. No one is exempt. Everything is derived and born and creates the same beat. But everyone is able to identify whether they are the witness of the beat, whether they are the worshipper of the beat, or whether they are the beat. In one moment, some get a call, but the beat is calling itself through its own voice, through its own vibration of sameness, uniqueness, perfectness, blissfulness. I amness. isness, consciousness. What calls you? What worships you? You, the worshipper of all. You, the worshipper of Christ, the worshipper of Krishna, the worshipper of family, the worshipper of nature, the worshipper of job, the worshipper of happiness, time, the worshipper of life. What worships you? Only the beat can worship itself. Don't fluctuate. Get off the streets. Get back in the moment. Get back in the pulse. That one moment. That timeless, untouched, unblemished light that came from light. And never is anything else but light. No one is talking here. No one is listening. Nothing is taking place. No thing exists. Nothing is happening except this moment. To understand it, remove all ideas and concepts that you are human, that you exist as a temporary thing, as a singular body, as a thing that is controlled, manipulated, used, and will die with some illness. If this takes place, it's not really happening. If you overcome it, you'll realize it never really took place. If you become something outside of this beat, it is impossible. But to fluctuate between the worshipper and the worshipped is not true. You're always the worshipped. You have always been in awe, not as a body and mind, not as a voice, not as a simple single sound, or an emotion, or an experience. You're beyond that. Beyond means in the core of the beat, ongoing, forever beyond, on and on and on. Anything that comes in the way, you know, is a dream. It's not true. We are the same one moment. We are the beat that creates life. We are Christ, Buddha, and every single being that has ever apparently existed. Pull each other, those who experience being the worshipper, and overcoming it to worshipping yourself. Pull each other back home into the one moment. How? By simply denying that all of this is real. To find that the only thing that is real is what you are in your true state. Brahman, God, Source, that absolute, one pulsating moment of limitless, infinite, endless, allness, wholeness, holy love. Love is all that exists, but it's not here as a human. You're the one inside. You don't have to seek for love. You know love. You are love. You are love always, in all ways. Love yourself. Worship yourself. Be yourself. Remove your fake self and realize nothing is happening, not even these words. All past, all gone, never to return. But the moment never comes, never goes, always here. Hereness. Here